And shortly thereafter, the board met, and through kind of a long, and I will not try to repeat it, process, we became what many of you are wearing today in some form or fashion, the Tarp Skunks. Shortly thereafter, we had a gathering where my son, Brent Peterson, he's a singer-songwriter, was having an event at Shawbucks, and a guy named Ken Hardley, who was extraordinary, musician, promoter, singer-songwriter, came to that event, and typical Greg Peterson fashion, talking to George Carlo. Ken came, and he didn't know. I said, George meet Ken meet George. And I said, Ken, one of the nice things we simply don't have a theme song. I mean, how could you have a team without a theme song? I never heard of that, but I just made it up. Well, Ken took it seriously, and I see Jason Sample here, and Jason Sample, head of WRFA at the time, and did the broadcast. He adopted that as its theme song, and so to this day, you'll hear the Tarp Skunks theme song. And we actually had some events. We promoted it at WJT and other places. It went well, very, very well. Ken made the further mistake of saying, gee, I kind of like that and wondered if I might, you have an idea regarding something else. And there was a song, a major league song called Van Lingo Mungo, where the whole song is nothing but names, Major League Baseball names. No verbs, no adjectives, nothing. It's all, and it's a very popular. So I sent it to Ken, and he came up with something you're going to watch now.
1890s baseball came to Jamestown. The teams were named the Jamestowns, the Celerons, the Celeron Acmes, and the Giants. The Rabbits, the Spiders, the Jaguars, the Falcons, and the Tigers. The Dodgers and the Braves and the Falcons again. The Expos and the Jammers and the Tarp Skunks. Each team had its share of fine players. Some made it to the big time. Some made it to the major leagues. Starting pitchers, Dennis Blair, Bob Shaw, and Pat Dobson. All-star Frank Larry was known as the Yankee Killer. Sal Barber Bagley would give you a close shave with a plate. Jim Rucker became an announcer for ESPN. In 1908, Hill Petty had struck out 42 batters in a 23-inning game. Out of the bullpen, Randy St. Clair, Duke Miles, and Jim Wright, Jeff Weaver, and Tony Pena, named after his dad. Feel the heart ringing at his baffling knucklebone. Francisco Cordero with his fastball in the mid-90s. John Miller had a heart attack and later won 17 games in relief, a record that stands to this day. Outfielders Marquis Grissom, Gary Renicky, Bubba Trammell, Andre Story, Don Clendenin, and Andre the Big Cat Galarraga. Harvey's Wall Bangers, Ben Ogilvy, and Cecil Cooper. Dwight Evans, Red Sox right fielder with a gun for an arm. The Rookie of the Year and a most valuable player. but they're a Julian hobby out of the world champion Cardinals. Gold glover Frank Bowling had a street named after him. Larry Parrish hit 3 grand slams in 1 week. And the Fatbacks of magazine say it had the most baddest name in history. Razor shines. Behind the plate, Don Warder and Brandon Inch, and Sadowski and Gary Carter in town for a 2-week tryout. Coaches Charlie Lau, Walt Reniak, and QV Lowe. Then there were managers Dave Roberts and Jim Leland. And descending to the pinnacle were Hall of Famers Nellie Fox and Randy Johnson. Nellie Fox and the big unit. Baseball and Jamestown, the glory days.
Do this. Appreciate it.
I do have to say, by the way, Greg did the visual for this, what would you call it? We'll send it to MTV. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you. Ken Hardley.